Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is WP Marshall here, bringing you a 9-player free-for-all. It would have been 10, except I decided to cast rather than point of view this one, because there's enough out there doing point of views. I think I'll probably go back to my strength, which appears to be casting. Certainly I can't really play the game very well. So we have 9 players, mixed between Realm players and others who joined a public lobby. And yeah, currently on a system with a fair few planets, and I'm not even sure what's going on here. We've got a moon orbiting a moon, so that's going to be interesting. Zeta and Theta are movable, so I believe the space race is on. Now, this game in pink here, we have Elvis. Gone for a sort of rather eco-heavy opening, getting out a late bot factory, but he has got an anti-air sitting inside that crater there with his Alpha Commander. Rather interesting. And in black, wherever black has spawned, way down here, we're getting out some scouting from black's scamper down there, and one doing a bit of eco-expansion. But this is Realm a lot. Oh hey, there we are, and he's using a quadruped or spider commander. Lots of eco there, and a bot factory already, so he's already expanding for mechs because he needs it, etc, etc. In white, we have Sand Mojo Jojo. He's also using a spider commander, going for an energy storage, getting scouted by orange, who we'll get to shortly, and also by yellow, and even a yellow scamper moving in quickly here. Managed to be countered by a bit of defence. We've also got some anti-air going up from him to try and defend against this scouting, raiding and harassing. Moving on to green, wherever green is. Green, there we are. Here's the other side. We have Skuraz, a Delta commander, going for another eco-heavy spawn. Not a lot of fabricators out, or rather there are. They're all just focusing down on the energy and the metal storage there, while he gets a few stingers out of his bot factory. He's also got a lot of anti-air to defend against raiding, like this scamper here is not going to do a jot of damage. Absolutely defeated. Next up we have yellow, a rocker. Down here with a raptor, or I believe that's a progenitor, isn't it, Commander? Who has already put up a couple of vehicle factories, has already got an air factory out and a bot factory out, and also eco-expansion already, so rather aggressive start to the game, and lots more factories even planned. Probably going to be moving across to attack a lot there, given the placement of those factories, or maybe even start to raid and harass green or white up here. Moving on to brown. Oh wait, that's me, and I'm not on the map anymore, or rather charred remains of my commander is. Blue is up next. We have Frosties, or Frostals in fact, but you know, I misread that as an I to rather amusing effect actually, so Frostals or Frosties, depending on what you wish to say. Using another Alpha commander here, lots of eco in this rather shallow crater. Getting up a vehicle factory with lots of fabricators coming out already, doing a lot of eco and defense with anti-air to defend against those scampers. Looks like he's creating his base boundaries with them, so we might even see a turtle in Frostals, but that is yet to be determined. Way up north in red, we've already got a second base for him, and even a pelter spot from Captain Pronin. Down here we have this pelter spot, which is going to rather hinder Purple's expansion. Man 11th, who we'll get onto very shortly indeed, who's also trying to counter with the pelter. Unfortunately, he's not going to get it up as fast. So this pelter is going to do the damage first, but it's going to go for these closer ones. He has got the radar coverage, of course. But again, as we say, I think it'll prioritise that which is closer. And if Man 11th has the scouting in, he can prioritise the actual pelter and would realise that and execute that, although it actually looks as though he might have caught up just about. Goodness, not sure how he managed to do that. He was only just behind. Red pelter is complete, purple pelter is complete, and it takes out the anti-air as suspected. Now it takes out thingy, and now oh dear, looks like Man 11th has lost this Pelter war. That Pelter's gone. Red claims it. Captain Pronin also following it up with a bot factory, but his commander up here already moving to advanced vehicle tech with his Alpha commander and a lot of fabricators there. Might be going for an orbital rush. And way over here he's also got another bot factory, potentially another Pelter base there as well. Very aggressive start from Captain Pronin, gaining a lot of map control by the North Pole very early on in the game. Very good idea in free-for-alls like this, especially if you can defend them. If you can't defend them and you're overstretching yourself, of course, that is always a disadvantage as well. Man 11th in purple, with his commander somewhere on the map. There it is, hiding away by his immense eco, already planned, with his Delta commander. Bot factories going up already. We've already got advanced bot eco being produced, and more bot factories there to try and raid this Pelter position before it is solidified and consolidated. Lots more eco expansion from Man 11th as well. Not entirely brilliantly defended, but then again, most players probably in an FFA situation will be defending themselves before doing anything else. And what do we got here? We have a interesting fabricator who decided not to try and reclaim the other one. It's a little strange there from a lot. And finally in orange we have Infrabase, also from the realm, like Man 11th, Rocker, a lot, and San Mojo, and myself. His commander here by his immense eco already, another Alpha commander. We also had some Fireflies and scouting out from him earlier on, and we also have advanced vehicle tech coming out, along with 5 vehicle factories already down here, producing ants for a push potentially against Sakuras, who's now also going for advanced vehicle tech. He's got a few Pelters to defend. Black is doing the same in a couple of locations. Most players now sort of consolidating their lines and sort of forming up that defense that we need. We have White over here pushing in with some ants. Sand Mojo against Rocker. Going to take out a few factories there. Free gain with only 4 ants. 3 now. 1 ant was lost. Another ant might get lost indeed. There it goes. Oh wow. He only just manages to pull that off, but now he has a follow-up force with quite a few ants that are just streaming out of the factory now. And it won't be too long before Rocker starts to feel the pain of this, because his factories are on the other side of the base, dealing with Black, who's also pushing in from the south. He's got a Pelter position against Green to try and hold that off, but I think Rocker might have got a dud spawn there, if I'm honest. Looking back around, we have advanced tech from a variety of players now, going out for advanced eco each, before going for anything like Orbital or what have you. Here, going out for some mechs, etc. Because before you hop off planet, you want to make sure that your current eco is safe. Again, no player yet going for Orbital. Blue over here, potentially a little late to the advanced eco. Getting up a couple of wall placements there from Frostals. Good play, good play. And yellow moving in here against a blob of green scampers with his own ants. I think we might see an even match here, because we have lots of scampers. Not as many ants, but they do more firepower and damage, and the scampers go down. Only a couple of losses for those ants there. 3 by the look of it. And now they can continue. This Pelter's just going to get completed. I think it might take out an ant. Although the energy from Green is suffering, and that is going up incredibly slowly. His eco is stalled. The Pelter's not going to go up. He's going to get damaged, however, by the one that already exists in the base. And the little position over here, managing to shoot back, giving the commander time to get over there and help build some defences there from that interesting flank from Team Yellow, who's also getting shelled by Pelters from White. And Black down here with his ants. So it looks like Yellow is rather surrounded. Unfortunately, hasn't used all of the mech sites within his base, actually. But he has expanded up here, interestingly indeed. Pink still very much sat in the same spot. Just sort of, you know, taking their time. I think we might have a new player to PA here. And whoa! I missed that. Let's see if ChronoCam will work. That was another one. Oh, my word. So yes, we lost all of yellow. ChronoCam's a little bit buggy for me. Let's see if we can sort it out. There. If we roll it back a little bit, maybe it'll work. Aha! There we go, so we can see how this commander died. I think it might have been shelled by ants. Oh no, it wasn't shelled by pelters. It was completely surrounded by ants and shelled by pelters, way out of his depth. There we go, Rocker moving in, trying to do a bit of damage, and was ultimately annihilated. Back to the game at hand. Lots of things going on. Has anybody made the move to Orbital yet? Purple, Man 11th, is making his Orbital launcher, as is Infrabase. Team White, still no Orbital. Team Pink still turtling up there. Team Red also getting some Orbital. Who have I not checked? Blue, still no Orbital. Black, still no Orbital. So it looks as though we have the orbital race between green, orange, red, and purple. Purple has now got his orbital launcher up. He still needs a bit more advanced energy by the look of it. There's his Astraeus coming out of the factory now. And as is Team Red, still not quite completed. Team Orange, Infrabase, focusing down on that Astraeus. I think it might be time for me to think about getting my cameras sorted for these. So how do I set these? Is it Alt 1? I think. Or is it Shift 1? Aha, it's the shift and the numbers. Sorry, I'm still not used to casting on multiple planets. Shift 2. Shift 3. Shift 4. I'm way over here. Shift 5. And Shift 6. Now, the interesting thing is, none of these systems are free from orbital nukes, because orbital nukes, of course, can travel between moons orbiting planets, because it has the range of the 5000-ness, and we already have the pathing over here. Infrabase's first off planet, going to the lava planet by the looks of it. Although he might be going to that moon there, in fact. It looks like he's slingshotting round the lava planet and going to the slightly more distant moon. Back on the main planet, however, we see a bit more consolidation. Lots of hummingbirds there to defend from the skies. And there is the Astraeus from purple. Won't be too long before we get his commander off planet. And gosh, I missed an assault from orange there on green. Let's go back and have a look at that. Good thing we do have ChronoCam. It is quite a good system there. And there they all are. My goodness gracious me. All of these ants and even levelers pushing in against Sakura's commander. Absolutely no chance whatsoever. Infrabase takes that kill. And as I say, Purple's Astraeus got off just in the nick of time. Rocker has disconnected. We no longer have all those players in the game. We have a nuke launcher coming up from Send Mojo. Might be trying to take out some eco while remaining on planet. But Infrabase is now way out in orbital, going to his second base, as is Captain Pronin. Looks like he's going off to the other side of the solar system. He's got a while to wait. Goodness gracious, that's going to take a long time for his commander to get there. Not too long, but still long enough for you to go and grab some tea. And also Purple's commander, Man 11th, now also in orbit. I think if we go to Shift 3, we can now see... Not Shift 3, I've just messed up my cameras again, haven't I? There we go. Shift 3, Infrabase's commander just about to land down on this moon, claim it for his own. As long as he gets up his catapults and his eco rapidly, we should see a lot of progress being made. There's the bot factory immediately going for advanced tier tech. Going back to camera 1 on the main planet. What else have we got or not got? Purple's still turtling up. He's gone finally to advance, not purple, sorry, pink. Red doing a bit of damage against pink here. I think this might be it. His commander's legging it, but this is a lot of scampers and indeed a couple of levelers there as well. This base is not going to last very long, but we do have a fair number of pelters defending against all of these scampers, and now they see the commander. Now they close in. Looks as though indeed we might see the end of this commander now, because the levelers are just about getting into range. The scampers continue to stream into the base. I think Elvis can say his last words now. He didn't quite manage to get up to advanced tech. He's got the factory completed, but I think at this point he's got bigger fish to fry because of all of these scampers coming in from red, ants as well, and levelers. It's not going to be lasting all that long, I shouldn't wonder. Scampers now getting a few hits off, levelers also, but they're getting pounded by the pelters there, not managing to kill the things. The commander's sitting there and he's pulling his forces away, grouping them up, rather than just letting them stream in single file, getting taken out by pink there. We've got lots of bits of orbital coming up from all sorts now. We have hummingbirds are coming all over from Infrabase, who's also continuing to go up more and more and more advanced units. He's got an orbital radar now, nuke defences, before nuke launchers, interestingly. Purple indeed getting up some solar arrays and trying to control this orbital with some fighters. Pegasus, I think they are. No, they're Avengers. Pegasus is something different. Again, I'm not one for the orbital as it stands currently. Alas, let's have a look at where White had his nuke. He's focusing down. It's ready to launch. I think we might have just managed to catch it just before it launches. We shall have to see. We shall have to wait and see and see. And see and see. Right, pink is just about to meet his maker here as these units roll in, scampers, levelers and ants alike, with super amounts of production value from red, so many bot factories. Not enough eco to support it, I shouldn't wonder actually. Looking at the speed it's going up, it probably just about does. Which is remarkable. Now these units here going in for the surround, scampers from the west, forking round, going to catch this commander off guard, more sort of lagging a bit through these pelters and radar stations, doing a bit of damage. The factory getting hurt. Laser defense system desperately trying to get up in time. These scampers are going to take this commander out unless of course he gets a D-gun off, but if they get close enough of course the commander just shoots over them, so rather than standing there they could move in closer, but alas Captain Pronin still gets the kill regardless and can claim that land for his own, although it was only a few max points, so we shouldn't really need to worry all that much about it. This nuke still hasn't fired from Sand Mojo, though he does have a large force here ready to mobilise against Infrabase, and maybe, just maybe, he's going to be doing something about that. Let's see what Infrabase is doing on his planet, and again I did the shift rather than the alt to recall. I keep doing that. Looks like red is going to the same base as Infrabase. Haha. He's going to knock on Infra. But he's got lots of factories going up rather than advanced tech, so he's going to struggle to defend. We've also got purple on this planet as well. This is going to be interesting, although purple doesn't have the advantage of the spawn, but Infrabase is already there. Let's go back to the main planet, as I think I heard a lot of fighting going on. Looks as though Infrabase is using his levelers against Man 11th on the main planet. Man 11th might not therefore have the eco to support his assault on Infrabase here. Infrabase has a phenomenal number of fabricators. He's just going to expand the whole way over this planet easily enough. Red here with an advanced fabricator. Goodness, this planet's already crowded. Back here, we had Infrabase pushing in against Man 11th. A lot of levelers taking out a bare punch of advanced eco. Just pressing in now. Man 11th's commander is, of course, off planet. Gunning some catapults up in the middle of his base. Team Black a little bit slow, but rather than getting his commander off planet, he's going for an orbital laser. Not too much eco, actually. I'm surprised at that. I should have expected a bit more eco. Has the nuke gone yet? It did, and I think we just heard it land somewhere. Where did it land, or did it get taken out by an anti-nuke? Or did it fly away somewhere? Because we have so much in various places now. I think the nuke was launched at Infrabase's standing forces up here, but I'm not entirely sure, because it might explain why there's no losses coming in from Sand Mojo. So rather than launch a nuke in the heart of the base where there is an anti-nuke ready now, he can just pave his way clearly into the back of Infrabase while his units are all fighting Man 11th. Let's see the other planet. We have now 4 teams colonized here. Not 4, sorry, 3. It looked like 4 because I did see Black in orbit. Black is also going to this moon as well. Goodness me. We've got another Red Astraeus coming in. All factories all over the place. Man 11th trying to get a foothold here, while Infrabase finally gets out some advanced eco. Wherever his commander is, I'm not entirely sure. Or did he not pop it on this planet? Let's go and have a look at the other planet, see if Infrabase has touched down. Man 11th certainly has on the lava planet there. No other inhabitants there. On the other moon, Infrabase is already there, colonising with his commander. He's just about to move off after deading that. Let's have a look back on the main planet here. Infrabase really pushing in, along with Black as well, into Man 11th's base. Painful eco damage done here, and Red as well. Man 11th really in a sticky situation. His orbital launcher is down, his solar array still stands, but Black, Orange and Red are now fighting each other inside someone else's base, fighting over the spoils of war. Goodness me. Moved. And TeamSpeak annoy me because I've been moved and all sorts going on, much to my dislike. Probably to the AFK rooms or recording rooms, I'm not entirely sure, because TeamSpeak did glitch out just before my cast. Anyway, back to the game. We have Red taking out these factories as if by magic they are avoiding each other. Infrabase going out for this eco over here, and Man 11th has to start all over again on the lava planet, which he is doing with interesting success. He's also on this moon over here. He wants to make sure his commander's not in the firing line, because Infrabase now has queued up a whole bunch of catapults, and now that his eco is booming again, he can just focus down on these catapults, and they are going to go up instantaneously, and he's going to have control of this planet. Black is sitting there in orbit going, "Oh, I want some space," and unfortunately he hasn't got any at this planet. There is no room at this inn. No Haley's going up here yet. But Man 11th there with his commanders, so rather than getting it safe on the lava planet, he is still trying desperately to do some sort of stuff, and my word, that's a lot of orbital units coming out there. All from Man 11th, trying to defend desperately his planet here. Infrabase is trying to colonize this one. If those orbital can catch the commander, Infrabase could be out, but it looks as though Infrabase might just get scot-free here. But if these Avengers land on this planet and kill that commander in orbit without Infrabase realising, this could really be a turn of the tide for Man 11th. As long as that commander just remains there willy-nilly, then he can be taken out of orbit. But unfortunately, Man 11th's Avengers are going to the other planet. Infrabase gets away scot-free again. Going back to the first planet here, no more nukes have been launched yet. Man 11's base is pretty much gone. Blue turtling up, he's got an anti-nuke, he's got an orbital launcher, he's finally getting off planet with an Astraeus. Black over here, still no nukes nor anti-nukes. Lots of pelters and turtling though. White still getting up another nuke and an anti-nuke as well to try and defend his base. He's got lots of energy fields with these regional area commands for those. Good targets for a nuke if you can get one away. Infrabase there. You already know about the powerhouse that is Orange base. And goodness me, I didn't see this. White tearing through Red's base on the main planet. Goodness me. This is rather interesting indeed, because we have ants moving in from Sand Mojo along with levelers. And while they take care of that base, let's have a look around the system and see what's going on. Infrabase's commander is still sat in orbit without realization. On the moon's moon thingy over here, looks like we have catapults being launched every which way. Man 11th, I think he's finally managed to get his commander off this planet because there's too many catapults there. I think Infrabase owns this one. I think the catapults have good enough range of all the planet. Plus we have pelters all over, so this one is Man 11's. Over here, not Man 11's, sorry, Infrabase's. This one is Man 11's. He's getting his commander back onto here with his Astraeus right here. Wherever Infrabase's commander is, he's still sat in orbit, so if he can get some air forces or his Avengers over there, he can really do a lot of damage. 3 here, his... where have his Avengers gone? They're moving in now. Could this be the end of Infrabase? If these Avengers find Infrabase's commander, this could really be a not so very good place for Infrabase to actually be. Oh, he's seen his commander. He's going to move that down and land. Unfortunately, Man 11th wasn't fast enough to catch that commander off guard. The Avenger just comes into orbit over there a little too soon. The commander touches down and can begin establishing his base. On the other moon, Infrabase still owns control. Team Black trying to establish something here, but it looks as though we already have radar going up and all sorts as well. Back to the main planet quickly to see how Red's base is faring against White. Not doing particularly brilliantly. Man 11's base there still with a whole bunch of air factories and a little bit of eco. Unhindered. We do have nuke launchers going up inside Team Blue's base though. Maybe this turtle will pay off, but not if planet launching occurs in this game, which I suspect it might do. Lots of Avengers coming out now from Infrabase trying to control the orbital. Team White, Team Red has also got an advanced radar there, so he's got absolute vision of pretty much most of the planet by my suspicions. Team White has another nuke they should be ready to launch. Should they actually manage to get it away? Let's have a look at the other planets and see whether they have been colonized yet. No, they have not. Yes, they have. Team Red on planet number 6, managing to really set up some stuff. If he can really consolidate this base over here rather than worrying about his initial, he can control this planet and have it free of orbital nukes. As long as he controls this one as well, which is slightly more risky given its size. But goodness me. Back to the main planet. Still no nukes being launched from White. Blue's Turtle Enclave is still existent. Frostal's there. Want to get into orbital, sir? Try and make sure you have control of it first before sending up and investing heavily in an orbital radar. Same would go for Red, who is struggling with his eco, or his orbital radar just got taken out, or it moved into orbit. Man 11th moving off the lava planet, interestingly, while Infrabase has still got his commander sat there trying to hide away, but Man 11th does have units here, so if he can find it, then he might be able to take it. But you never know, Back to planet 1. Anyway, Infobase still got idle units here, as does Captain Pronin. Whoa. Lots of eco there. Was that a nuke? No, that was Orbital. I really don't like the way the nuke and Orbital debris effect is identical. It's slightly off-putting, as anyone who watched my 3v3 will realise, when I panicked suddenly when I thought my Orbital was getting nuked. Anyway, we have a lot of what look like hummingbirds shifting in, along with bumblebees from Sand Mojo, attacking Team Black on the other side of the South Pole. Going to do a bit of damage here. They're not bumblebees, goodness me, they're hornets. Is his commander off planet? No, it isn't. We could see a bomber snipe here, because that commander has not got adequate anti-air. This, I believe, is going to be what is called a successful bomber snipe. Carpet bombing from Hornets, lagging all the way. The nuke gets away from Black before his commander dies. Where's it going? It looks like it's going to Team Blue. Waste of a nuke. We already have an anti-nuke there in Blue's enclave. This commander already on half health from these Hornets, who get another pass. And even more Hornets coming in as well. Looks like this commander is probably going to be toast. His health going down. That nuke, as we said, was taken down by the anti-nuke there. No explosions occurred. More Hornets coming in. Lots of bombs, carpet bombing, and there goes the commander. Team Black is out of the game. Anything else going away? And that is a very large energy field, whoever set that queue going. That is ridiculous. Insert nuke right here, please. That is once it's completed. Now let's have a look at the other planets and see who's doing what. Man 11th's expanding all over this planet. He will find infobase eventually. He needs to put up some radar or even get out some air scouting. The first moon, infobase has control. Not yet building Haleys, but of course we do have orbital nukes to worry about. I think that might have been what happened here, given all of these explosions. But then again, of course, it might equally have been people's existing bases who have since been annihilated. Purple moving over, some more. I think that was a nuke, was it? Nope, that was just more orbital debris. Team Blue still there with his turtle enclave. Planet 3... Planet 4, infrabase owns it. Catapult's going up, so this one is also going to be infrabase controlled. We have a square there. Man 11th is going to come in and he's going to find that that gets taken out instantaneously. Planet 5, no control, and Planet 6, red control.